Coombe, Part 11. After we were separated in the airport, I managed to follow you to the cafe just in time to see you bundled off in an ambulance. I jumped in a tuk-tuk, followed you here and waited till dark. There were no guards other than the one on the door to the cellar, so getting in was easy. Well, I'm glad you did, Prakesh. Things were turning a little fruity down there for my liking. Prakesh and Coombe were ambling their way down a dimly lit corridor away from the cellar that had been Coombe's torture chamber only moments before. Coombe was still wearing his Velcro slippers from the flight, the sort with the one big flap on the top for easy access, and so keeping his footsteps near silent. "This way, Mr. Coombe. The driver should still be waiting for us. It's just—" Coombe trailed off. He'd gone to like his latest travel companion and his overtly formal ways. He reminded Coombe of one of the officers in his days in the Air Force a lifetime ago. Reaching the end of the corridor, they pushed a large metal gate, and there, as promised, was the waiting tuk-tuk. Back in the hotel bar, Coombe had foregone his usual Newcastle Brown for lack of availability, and instead was sipping on a whiskey sour. He needed something to pep him up a little after this latest ordeal. Prakesh was prattling on about something far too technical for Coombe to understand, and so Coombe looked wistfully at the pianist. She was a pretty young thing, far too young for Coombe now, but maybe back in his heyday. "Mr. Coombe," Prakesh cut across Coombe's flight of fancy, "do you have any idea who the men were that took you?" "No, but they might as well have worn nameplates with Aldous Renfield Industry on their shirts. How did he know they were here, and more's the point, how did he know we were looking into his goings-on?" "No idea, old boy. But I think it's high time we scheduled a meeting at his base of operations. Get a little closer, hold his feet to the fire, as it were." Prakesh got up and excused himself in order to make the requisite arrangements. Coombe took a sip and looked around the bar, and there she was, bright as day, the woman from the photograph Prakesh had shown him, even more beautiful in the flesh and laughing with her companion. Coombe eased himself out of his chair and started to amble over. Coombe will return in Coombe, Part 12, The Woman.